So you hear about the 24-hour rule. For you, how long do you feel you're allowed to celebrate a big win?
Same thing, probably 24 hours. It's a turnaround for us. We got to focus on Detroit now. We done celebrated, had fun, smiled about the game. It's over with now.
Marty, you talked the other night about how well Villanueva played in that game. What have you learned about him as a teammate overall in the last few months?
Well, not just myself learning about him. I hope a lot of people did. He took that game, the first game, serious. A lot of people doubting him, saying all type of stuff about him. He moved from right tackle from the first game to left tackle to protect my blind side, and he aced it. He did a great job. And I don't really hear no noise about how good he played. I just hear about the bad stuff that happened week one. He did a great job.
Lamar, what's the chemistry like with the running backs? Each week, I imagine, each rep, it gets a little bit better. And obviously the read was much more a part of week two than week one. And Murray in particular, confidence in him and certainly in the red zone.
Just getting a lot of practice reps with it, before and after practice, with those guys, and it helped out for us. Week one was kind of, but week two we excel in the right direction. We just got to keep it going. Each day just keep getting better and better.
Murray in the red zone, and particularly inside the 10, is a guy you like. That guy.
That's a strong guy, huge guy. People don't want to talk to that man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I seen it. Like people, they was iffy when they seen him getting up closer. He's a huge guy. I wouldn't want to tackle him either.
Hollywood had a really strong game. He was fighting through the ankle. Just how impressed were you with that? And in terms of where do you feel like you guys are on the chemistry front, all of that after
it's different. Like, it's not really impressed, because I already know what he's capable of doing. He's always been doing that. He's always been the same guy. He did it when he's supposed to do it. Prime time, he matched his name, Prime Time Jet. He was showing it, prime time atmosphere. He showed the Jets, he did what he was doing. That's Hollywood, for you, for sure.
Big win, like you said, you want to move on to Detroit. Do you say anything to the guys to say, hey, just make sure the focus is on Detroit, or is it kind of understood?
Nah, our guys understand that. It's business. We did what we wanted to do. We wanted to win that game. We got the dub. We got to transition over to Detroit now. Focus on those guys because those guys hungry. We going down there. We just got to be ready because that's a hard defense. That's a fighting defense. Those guys not gonna lay down. So we just got to be ready to play.
Lamar, with Marquise, I think the last 8 games he has 8 touchdowns. Do you think that people haven't seen even close to what he's capable of yet? And where do you kind of see his upside?
I know people haven't seen the best of him, because like G said, his ankle, it wasn't 100%, and he was still able to do whatever he wanted to do out there, make guys miss, get open, beat defenders. Is the sky's the limit for him right now, for sure.
Lamar, he's dealt with so many injuries. Do you ever need to pick him up, or does he always sort of have the same demeanor?
Hollywood gonna have the same demeanor. He want to win. He's a winner. He a baller. He gonna come to me and tell me, give him the ball because he wanna make something happen. He's hungry. He's always hungry.
Lamar, Latavius just said how playing with you has reminded him how much fun football is. Can you put into words how much fun you're just having out there right now?
I be serious out there. I don't really be trying to have no fun. Nah, but I don't know. That I appreciate that. Coming from him. He's new here. I appreciate that coming from him. But I just like winning. Part of winning, you got to have fun out there on the field. Got to put a smile on your guys' face. Cause you just see him pancake someone like, well, I seen that. Hype your guys up, and that's just what it's all about.
You think another chance you're going to dive like that again? Is that going to be?
Oh no, I'm kind of sore. I didn't want to tell Coach because Coach probably would have said something to me about flipping next time. So I don't know. I'll probably do it again though. It was pretty cool.
Lamar, along the lines of having fun in your style of play, there are a lot of young football players who would aspire to play like you. Can your style be taught, or is that something that's just in you?
I feel like it has to be in you. When you're playing football and you're trying to play at a high level, it got to be in you. You got to be hungry each and every time you're out there on that field. You got to know your guys looking at you like to make something happen. And, that's what it's all about. And I feel my guys do that, so I just got to react, out there on the field.
Mark, you guys are on your 4th and 5th running backs. Your offensive line is shuffled, yet you still lead the league in rushing. What do you think is the biggest factor in that?
Our O-line. It got to start with the guys up front. Without those guys, defenders would be in the backfield. We'll probably be in a negative column right now, but those guys be blocking their tail off, And that's what it's all about.
You have the option. You're at that mesh point. How much is it reading, and how much is it gut feeling of if you're handing it off or you're going to keep it?
Nah, you got to read it, because sometimes I done gave the ball, I supposed to read it, we get tackled for a loss, and then coach looking at me, and I'm like, dang, I messed up. So, you know, you got to make sure you're making the right reads out there. It's not gut feeling.
And I mean, because this is something a little bit different than even college. I mean, how long did it take you to get comfortable with just the whole process of that?
Man, I've been doing it since high school, so now I've been pretty comfortable with it a long time right now, for a long time.
We see on a lot of those plays, on those read option plays, where not only are you making the read, but Project Bad as well. I mean, do you feel like when you look at the tape, it's almost like you guys are kind of seeing the same thing, sharing the same kind of brain?
Man, we in sync. We in sync. I'm out there, I make the read. Pat's going to get the right guy. It's football. Things happening so fast. You got to make a split decision. IQ got to be high. On that field. So that's just what it is.
Lamar, you guys had so many injuries over the past couple of weeks, and then the tough game in Vegas. Hollywood talked on Good Morning Football today about how basically they believe in you, and that's part of the reason the team was able to bounce back. Did you feel at all that it was important to kind of set a tone after everything that had gone on to basically keep the confidence high?
Yeah, and then those guys picked me up. I started the game off interception for 6. And it's like, man, don't worry about it. Sammy, like I told you things like that were going to happen. Veen, those guys coming up to me, it's like, man, I got to tighten up. Draw the ball down the field, we score, then we come back, we get another possession, throw an interception, trying to make things happen, when I could have just, took the ball down the field like I've been doing. And those guys were lifting me up, so it was like, man, I got to do my job, pick those guys up and keep the ball rolling.
What does a win like that do for you moving forward?
Man, I don't really know. I'm still locked in. Like I didn't get on no high horse or anything. Or be like, oh, we just won a championship or something. Nothing like that happened yet. We still got a long season ahead of us.
Thanks, Lamar. Appreciate your time.